again, continuing our Gears of War Ultimate Edition playthrough with a special twist. My friend Nick is here. Say hey, Nick.
Hello.
Yes, Nick is on it. So yeah, guys.
How PG is this stream?
Oh, it's extremely rated PG. There's no swearing, no blood, no gore, no anything. Yeah, guys, Nick is my roommate in college, and also fella, you're from Racine too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're both from the same hometown as well, so just a happy coincidence that we became friends on lacrosse, so it's just phenomenal. We go to the University of Wisconsin lacrosse, for those of you who are curious. Like I mentioned a few times, we're both students, computer science students at one point, yeah. Not yet. The people like to come somewhat midway through. Keeping them as another thing, but you know. Oh yes, so guys, we're on Act 5 of 6 right now. This is the added act that they made when they created the remastered of the 2006 version. So here we go. Oh my god, this is really loud. Sorry guys, my TV is turned up like really high, and Nick and I are standing really close to it too, so that probably doesn't help. Nick, what'd you do today, man? Attaboy. How many hours of class do you have usually on? What day is it today? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Wow, so you went for like 4+ hours at least then, huh? Yes, delicious. Oh, so you just get the same. Is it a guy or a girl? Yes, nice. Does he at least have an entertaining name? What's his name? Oh man, it's not like James Bushman. I can dig that. James Bushman. We'll call him the Bushman. I like that. Do you think we can get him on the stream with us? If we ask nicely enough. Let's see. Well, that's hilarious. I was actually just thinking about those shoes. Oh yeah, guys. So today I made another roster, and I picked up a couple more pairs of shoes from my eBay reselling. Found more Vapor Maxes. Those have been going like crazy. And
satellite update shows Nassau Park crawling with locust activity. There's an alternate route, but you'll have to backtrack to the bridge.
No time. Baird, you copy this?
Don't we have a train to catch?
Coordinate with Control, get to those lines. We'll clear the park and meet you there.
We're on it.
Ah, yes. Okay, yeah, so Gears of War essentially, so this is like the very beginning of the entire franchise. There's the 5th game's coming out Friday. So, humans get into a war with invaders that are coming from underground. And that's what we're dealing with right now, so it's totally rated M all the way through. We can chainsaw our enemies. What's your Christian Twitch channel called, Nick? Yes, lovely. I'm totally for it. Let's see. Bang, there it is. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Okay, so Nick, are you familiar with the Gears of War franchise, like in any way, or is this like completely new to you? Okay, so right now it's like there's like emergency spells that pop up, and what they are is they're spells that the enemy crawls out of. You can plug them up by throwing a grenade into them, and it saves you a lot of trouble. So it's pretty much why I'm just throwing grenades aimlessly, but it's kind of fun. Just wait till we chainsaw an enemy in half. That's the best part. You can curb stomp them in the mouth. It's a good time, man. Nick, are you on Twitch already? Oh no, yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's merciful. It's very merciful. CP steps. Oh yeah, come at me. Come on, do it. Come on, come on. Yes, come here. Oh no. What do you think, Nick? Not too bad. I'm telling you, it's all rated PG. Nothing but the most mild of entertainment. Do it again. Delicious, right? Makes me want hamburger for dinner. Now we just gotta go find Dom. Dom is our best friend in the game and our teammate. Pain in the butt and AWAT. Wow, man, this is really No, not at all. They're just charging at us. If they had a shotgun, it'd probably suffice. But oh, see, just revived himself. See, if a locust is running out with a shotgun, that strategy is highly effective. However, ooh. Yeah, that was the end of that one. Yeah, so like sometimes if I'm not paying attention and I see one of those machine guns just rolling in at me, it's usually, by the time I notice it, I'm already dead. So I just get kind of sliced in half. But oh my god, Dead Space, that game is, that was like, do you think Dead Space was ahead of its time a little bit? Like, I think Dead Space was like 5-6 years ahead of its time, because if it started in like 2010, yeah, 2008, yeah, like right after the Gears of War franchise was like birthed, Dead Space came out. But Dead Space was like the first of its kind, like a pioneer, because it was the whole concept of horror game, but you're alone in space, and like it was gory and it was gruesome and it was, whoops. Yep, that sucks. Like what? Like what are the things that kind of sucked?
I mean, the annoying thing is I go into a shop and I'm instantly berated with like the 100 DLC weapons that show up that I haven't even bought.
So they're just prompts you to like buy these, and you're like, no. Yeah, like this is totally killing the vibe. Like, just gonna run up the stairs like this at this point. There's a second motherfucker step. Okay, you know what? This strategy isn't working. Oh, now it's working. Still not working. Maybe Dom can take care of the problem for us. Nope. Okay, so Dom, our teammate right here, you'll find that he's like the worst AI teammate of all time. I tell him to regroup and he's like, no, I can't make it, and he's standing right next to me. See? He just never, he's so impatient with me, I don't understand. Oh yeah, our turn. Yeah, everybody. This is a very, oh, there we go. Best part is this gun does not, I see there goes Dom, he's dead. And he's probably behind me, honestly. Let's say if he's down and he's right there, there's a pretty good chance that there's a locust just waiting for me. Oh shit. You're welcome, Dom. Yeah, so the enemy, they're called the Locust. I don't know where they got that from, but you'll find as we kind of go through the game that if we play through like the entire franchise, like 1, 2, 3, 4, they actually find out they're kind of like deformed humans, or like there's like theories out there that they're deformed humans that are just really pissed off that they became locusts, and that's why they want to retake the surface world. But that's just a theory that's out there. I haven't researched too much into it, but it's kind of an interesting spin on it. I mean, they look just like humans without all the crystallization, perhaps, but whoo-hoo, he did. Yep, there goes another one. Oh yeah, man, our work here is just, let's see if I can get Dom to come back. Oh, nope, he's dead. Nope, don't want that rifle. Dom is... Yeah, he's just like, See, and then he respawns, see, he just respawns on his own again. I'm like, what is happening? I mean, I'm okay with it, but it seems so out of character and out of place for him to just come back from the dead when he can't even stay alive for more than 5 minutes. Let's see. Ooh, okay, my favorite weapon in the game is this long shot for this reason.
Oh yeah!
Whee! Yahtzee. See, look at him. Look at that little jackass.
Regroup!
Oh, see, now I see, no, and there's no, when shit's not hitting the fan, now he's totally okay with it. He's like, okay, I can move now. Okay, let's see if we can find, so like there's another thing in this game that we have to like, you know how you can like gather like collectibles in some games and you unlock like concept art. So the collectible in this game is called cog tags, and like there's these little, basically cog and dog. You see the synonymous theme there, yeah. Right, yeah, see, exactly. They're just one letter behind in the alphabet and they're like, perfect, yes. We have something original. Pack him up and send him to Disney World for that one, cause hoo-wee. Do you watch Rick and Morty, Nick? Are you excited for season 4 to come out? Cause yeah, dude, it's gonna be wild. When it comes out, I'm kind of bummed that we have to wait till November, but I think it'll be worth the wait, especially with 70 episodes in the works right now. Oof.
Hey! Yo, what's up?
Gotta be close to those power lines. Can you see anything up there?
I think so. Just up ahead, across the park by that old theater.
We'll move out and get Jack to start the repairs. We'll meet you at the power lines.
It's game time, baby!
Squad made up.
Yeah, I know, right? Basically, they, so like one of the design things in Gears of War is like they, when I was doing my research, they decided to oversize all of the males, but undersize all like the females. And so they basically gave all of the male characters fire hydrant arms and legs and trunks, tree trunks as limbs. It's kind of hilarious, and they do the same thing with the Locusts. So one of the yeah, exactly. There they are. Yeah. All that armor and whatnot. Really done. You can't get a target. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, just pick one. Anyone. There's about 10 of them. See, like, see, the weird thing about the Locust in this game is on insane difficulty. The helmet actually saves them, so it's like I need 2 long shot hits to the head in order to get them down. Unless this one, like, not wearing a helmet. Damn it. Yesterday when I was playing this, I think I had like a dozen headshots. Just, woo! You know he did. Yeah, now Dom's dead. Yeah, I'll just let him lay there for a little while, expecting him to bing! It's so sad. When you hear that pop and you just see them, it's just like, wow. Oh yeah, step. Come on, step. Step to me. Step to me. Let's see. One.
Rock and roll.
One more. There it is. I think that's the best feature about this game. You can blind fire and it's the shit. Step. Step, bitch. Let's see. Haha, there it is. Ooh, another one. See any more, Nick? Ooh. I also see a Troika too. Let's see if I can get this one. I just want to focus head up. Yeah, damn it. Just took off his helmet. Let's do it again.
Oh yeah.
Bing!
Oh yeah.
It just never gets old. Is this still okay for PG rating? Okay. The one next door. Pastor Jacob. We have a pastor who lives next door to us, guys. He's
Can't get a target.
You know, I would not mind interviewing him for one of the Twitch podcasts. That'd be so much fun. If you guys want me to interview the pastor from next door on our podcast, let me know. I'd be happy to do it.
Can't see it.
All 0 of you, yeah. For those of you who end up watching this on YouTube in the future, let me know in the comments below. I don't know what I'd ask him, but I'm sure I could come up with some good stuff. Let's see, okay. Where is he? I just hear Dom getting destroyed by this Troika gun. I'm just gonna do one of these numbers. I agree. Let's try it again. That was better. Yahtzee! Wild. Okay, let's actually, while we're here, let's look around for some cog tags and see if there's any around. Well, there's a torque bow, which once I run out of long shots, it's probably what I'll go for. So a torque bow is essentially, you like wind up your weapon, you just hold down the trigger, and then it does that. So if you hit your enemy with it, it's like an instant kill because it basically like firing a grenade launcher, but the grenade sticks to you. It's kind of cool. Oh yes, come to Papa. Yeah, no cog tags yet, but let's see. Come here, little piggies. Oh yeah. Nope, he's dead. I forgot. Means we're doing a good job. Shit.
Lock and load. Ah, damn.
Damn it.
There, we got this. Find those power lines.
Got it.
Dom killed somebody, yes. Oh, son of a bitch. So, those ginormous things, as you might have guessed, they're called boomers. Just because they go boom. Yep, see? They take about 5 headshots if I'm not mistaken. Whoa! We almost just got barnyard exploded. There it is! I guess I lied. 3 active reload headshots. Yeah, so like if you do, they call it the active reload. If you get it perfectly right, you get a temporary boost. Like when you see the bullet blinking, that means you got the damage boost applied. It's the shit. It's the bomb. Oh, Dom's dead. Of course, no surprise there. Come here, little piggy. Bank. Come here, Dom.
Thanks, man.
Damn it, Dom.
Scratch one grub.
Yes. Remember. Never. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. I did too, honestly. I have no clue. What were we talking about? I don't remember either.
Nice.
Oh, let's see here. What else we got? Nick, what's your favorite game to play? Do you like Outlast? No way, really. If you're ever bored one night, highly recommend, dude. It is wild. It's 4 hours, but it's good entertainment, to say the least. It'll keep you shitting bricks for the entirety of its, What's Dom shooting at? Oh. What?
Oh. Scratch one grub.
I was wondering what the hell he was looking for. I'm like, what is he doing? I just thought it was just Dom being crazy again, but let's go for a swim. Oh yeah, oh Dom. Peace. Like what's it called? Do people ever do professors ever ask you about like Jerry Seinfeld? Like that? I have professors ask me about that all the time, or like my coworkers. Yeah, don't like Friends too much. I hear that. Friends I think is kind of overrated a little bit. Not sure though. I like Jennifer Aniston, just Friends in general, I'm just kind of like, eh. It's okay. I've seen like clips. Like clips seems to be really, really popular. But yeah, I've never watched like a full episode. Yeah, I hear that. Like Dimension. Oh, this poor son of a bitch. Wow, yeah, he got fucked. Poor guy. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. Sorry, my bad, Nick.
The train commander reports that Locust are
That's
on
Jacob
their
from
way.
next
What's
door.
your status?
Approaching power lines now.
Be advised,
That'll
the
be
train
good.
is
I get
accelerating
public
to
and
avoid
private
capture.
penance at the same time.
timetable
That's the
just
term
got a
for it,
whole
right?
lot
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's back.
Keep that thing away from the power lines.
No problem. Watch this. Hey, stupid! You want some of this? Come and get me! Get out of there! Go, 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 go! Are you totally insane?
So my only question about like that thing we just saw is called a Brumach, but my only question is, you know, I was talking about how humans are supposedly like deformed locusts. How do they get big mother truckers like that? Like, unless they're like really deformed animals, but even then I'm like, I don't know if I totally buy it. Purely sci-fi for the most part. yeah, they'd like deform them and like they'd go like in them and whatnot.
It's like it's not like something that can be explained scientifically. Is how the marker.
Delta, the train commander reports that Locust are heading the...
Approaching power lines now.
Be advised, the train is accelerating to avoid capture. The timetable just got a whole lot shorter.
Oh, I see.
There. How's it looking up there?
Oh, what the heck is he doing?
Throwing frag!
There we go. Yeah, it's like Dead Space. The most I played it was I tried the demo, like of the very first one when I had a 360, and I was terrified. I'm not even gonna flex. I was quite scared. I was like, oh my. Yep, well there's Dom again, guys. Should we leave him there? Really tempted to leave him there, yeah. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, not at all.
That's the fun part.
What do you?
Do you know what that is?
What is it?
It's a necromorph that can. You basically can't kill it, so whenever you cut off its limbs, they just grow back.
Delta, the train commander reports
Run.
that Locust...
Approaching power lines now.
Be advised, the train is accelerating to avoid capture. The timetable just got a whole lot shorter.
Jesus.
There.
Like you could just be at any point in the game. You turn around and it's like, oh, there it is. That. Oh no, that sounds like a.
Fire in the hole!
Oh, screw that, man. I'd be okay. Yeah, I'd be actually terrified of that for sure.
These guys made as shit.
So it's basically like they're taking dead carcasses that just cause you a big pain in the butt, like constantly. Huh. Oh, gross. Sounds really. Oh, Nick, here we go. Ready for this?
And stay.
Ding! Oh yeah.
Fight enemies that have stasis, like built into their suits. So basically, they just move super fast.
And they just run around everywhere, and you're like, I can't. There's no killing this. There's nothing I can do.
Power lines now.
Be advised, the train is accelerating to avoid capture. The timetable just got a whole lot shorter.
Have you looked up? So like, I was looking through this really interesting video on YouTube one time, and the creator of Dead Space was talking about like the sounds of the game and like how they basically like make a scary game what it is. Like, did you find like the soundtrack to be really like unsettling at all, or was it like, did it not really add much to it? Did you not notice it? Yeah, for sure. Like, ooh. Yeah, but I was saying, because they just have such a unique sound coupled with a unique character, and it's just terrifying. And you're just like, holy shit, I'm terrified, and you're just getting followed around. That actually reminds me of the character you're describing that follows you around the whole game. It reminds me of Resident Evil 2 with Mr. X. He just follows you around at one point for hours. Like, as long as you're in the police station, you're always there. So it's like you just constantly hear the boom, boom, boom as he gets closer, and you're like, well, the only thing I can do is stun him, but I can't kill him, so we're gonna ride this out for a little while.
Fire in the hole! Form up!
I can't get there.
Bring it!
Oh. What the hell? Yeah, so you're basically hacking a computer in a race against time. Oh, that's just terrifying. You're just sitting there like, okay, I gotta get this door open. You're just like, okay, I'm kind of SOL at this point, because I mean, how many times you have to stun it and get into the computer before you? Could you do it like in one go if you were?
Oh yeah!
Yikes. So you're basically trying to hack into a computer while terrified and while racing against time in order to...
Come get me.
Yikes. How many hours of gameplay does it take usually to play through that? Is it like more than 8 hours? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say because it seemed like for
Space 2 I think is longer because there's even a part where you go back to the ship from the first game.
Oh, and you like is it like a flashback or is it like you're actually like
Delta,
transported?
the train commander reports that Locust are heading their way. What's your status?
Approaching power lines now.
Be advised, the train is accelerating to avoid capture.
Let's see.
The timetable just got a whole lot
Yikes.
There.
Good times.
That's looking
It's
up.
very good times. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't like given like all the remastered versions of things that like come out. I'm surprised they haven't. Man, I'm just getting killed. I'm surprised they haven't come out with like a remastered version of like any of them because. Yeah, exactly. It's like if they're talking about like what we said they were with being ahead of their time, it'd be so perfect they brought them back now because then it's like okay, we have Outlast, we have that. I'm trying to think of other things. Blair Witch just came out not too long ago.
There.
Yeah, for the game. So like there's never been like a game adaptation for it, but so for did they made like a game, like a Blair Witch game? No way. No shit. So like the Blair Witch that just came out is probably like a remastered version of that. Just a totally separate. Yeah, so like whoa. Yeah, so like the Blair Witch Project, right? Like the movie. So they just made an Xbox One PS4 game called Blair Witch based off of the movie. It's like brand new. Yeah, so like I didn't know if there was like a game that was previously made for the Blair Witch Project or if this is like the first of its kind, but it looks creepy, man. It's like the Kukuis, man, they're scary. Like I've never seen the movie, but I had a camp counselor once. He was like, "Yeah, the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life, Blair Witch Project," and I've yet to see it. So maybe that's something for another time. Cause
Oh yeah.
no kidding, really. So it's not just one person. Then there's validity to it.
Oh yeah. Lock and load.
Yeah, it's less right, yeah, and it's like the whole live the found footage. It was like that was a really unique concept for Blair Witch, but now like you said with Paranormal Activity and yeah, and everything else basically, it's like movies started to follow that format for a while, making it a lot less unique and whatnot. Oh, dang it. I'm seriously getting my balls kicked in. But yeah, it's like because, I mean, okay, so Blair Witch was the very first, like, found footage. Paranormal Activity 1, 2, 3, and 4, all found footage, so to speak.
Approaching power lines now.
Cannibal Holocaust, that was the thing, too. How good was it? Or, okay.
How's it looking up there?
Okay, what's that movie on Netflix that was, like, the worst thing ever? It was about an evil tire who kills people. Is it called Rubber? Is that what it is? I heard that one is.
Oh yeah.
Sharknado 6. There's more Sharknados than 6. They actually. There's only 6.
Die, will ya?
They wrapped it up really nicely then for everyone who stuck through 1 through 5 that didn't even make it to. Did they actually? That's beautiful. That's nice.
Sharknado 6. I was thinking about buying a steelbook collection of all 6 movies, but I decided to get it. I regret that now.
How much did it come out to?
Delta, the train commander
What, for all
reports that
6?
Locust are heading
Holy shit, that's actually a really good deal.
Be advised,
You could have
train is
Sharknado
accelerating.
forever in a steel
The timetable
collector.
just got a whole lot
It'd be the
shorter.
greatest thing of all time.
There. How's it looking up there?
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, I was there just to live on.
Lock and load.
Oh, don't mess. Yeah, if you guys, I haven't told you guys this yet, but like, so up at school, I live in a house with like 11 other guys, and it's the house, it gets, basically it just gets passed down from, damn. We have a lot of things in this house that just gets passed down from renters to renters, and one of those things is movies. We found some quite interesting things, like now that Nick mentioned Don't Mess with the Zohan. That's like one of my top 5 favorite movies. I just...
Locust are heading their...
Approaching power lines now.
The curse. Train is accelerating to avoid capture. The timetable just got a whole lot shorter.
There's
looking up there.
There's just so many good, like, there's, and by good movies, guys, we mean absolutely just awful. Man, they are just bum rushing the hell out of me. Whoops, sorry. Keep forgetting about her.
Alien Covenant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It was like $12.
yeah.
Delta, the train commander.
That's the one with...
Locust are...
Approaching power lines now.
Yeah.
Be advised, the train is accelerating to avoid capture.
You're lying. What?
There. How's it looking up there?
That definitely sounds like something Japan would do.
I can't get there.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
In Japan? Like strictly in Japan?
At Walmart.
Incoming frag.
Oh, that's a win right there. That's a, how was it? But people in Japan ate that shit up, huh? Like, yeah.
Fall in!
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because it makes each scene kind of like unique in its own way, and okay. So that so they kind of blue ball you a little bit in terms of that character, but when they do show it, it's at least somewhat gratifying, yeah. So at least they make it they roll with the punches, and they make it worth the wait to some degree. Then, kaboom. My eyes! My... speaking of that, what am I trying to think of? I just had a really funny thought that something you and I were talking about a while back. It was really ridiculous. I can't remember what I was thinking of. Maybe it'll come back to me, but... Yeah, I think it is. I just can't remember what movie and... No, it wasn't Sharktopus. Because Mother would be really upset. Let's see, where are they coming from now? Come on, you know I'm just gonna run. Gonna run up here. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay, it's because they're way the hell down there. Damn it.
Come on!
What did you think of, it's like Insidious, right? You ever seen any of those?
Damn.
I feel that.
Oh yeah.
It could be. And yeah, something a little bit more likely. Something. Right, yeah. It's...
Ah, damn.
Yeah, it's gonna... Oh. Do you think aliens exist? Mm-hmm. Okay. So like, if we saw an alien, we probably wouldn't even think of it as, oh, that's an alien. It's probably just something, some blob. No, we'll just call them blobs.
Nice!
Yeah, it's kind of a thought-provoking question, right? Like, the only reason I asked is because it dawned on me. So, like, my favorite band, Blink-182, right? So their former lead singer, Tom DeLonge, he's a Trekkie, and Trekkies, they just have all this, like, they delve into all this research that, you know, aliens exist and shit, and they just go wild. And he often, like, writes about it on Twitter. Like, he's like, hey, like, you know, in Galaxy 413 on the DeLorean, there's all these, like, aliens going, you know, they're waging war right now as we speak over, you know, who's gonna get the Earth and whatnot. And I'm just like, whoa, like, I just wonder where all the research comes from and stuff. I'm just genuinely curious. Yes, oh my gosh, yes, yeah, if any of you are going to that Area 50, there's a whole Facebook group of, like, yeah, let us know what you find in Area 51, because I will not be joining in on that. How many million people were in that Facebook group? There was a ton. 1.5 million. What was it called? They Can't Catch Us All?
Oh yeah!
Yeah, 1.5 million. I think.
Nice!
Yeah, R. Kelly, like, there's so much satire around R. Kelly and his. Oh, sweet, we got them all. Yeah, I know, right? Perfect timing. Ooh, a cutscene. Let's enjoy it.
Say again, Control. You're breaking up.
That doesn't sound good. Think we can still make it in time?
If we don't, we're gonna spend the rest
Yeah,
of
that's
our
what I was
lives
telling him.
running from shit like this.
Well, he must. I'm sorry, Nick. I must have lied. I'm sorry. Don't hate me forever. Used to be my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In some way, shape, or form, when he saves the human race. Yes. Sounds good to me, man. What were we talking about like a couple seconds ago? I remember aliens, or yeah, Area 51, dude. All the crazy memes that came out of that were absolutely legendary. My favorite one is so Toy Story 4 came out, and there's one scene where Woody is walking like a fork, like literally a fork on a leash in the middle of the road. And the caption was, me and my alien when I get him out of Area 51 and I tell him he's got to try a 4-for-4 ASAP like from Wendy's. I just thought that was the funniest thing. I'm like, oh my god. It just seems such a likely situation. I'm like, actually, that is one of the things I definitely want my alien to know. So he just didn't beat it. Jeez. There we go. Uh-huh. Yeah, so it's like, so people are just kind of keeping it up like shits, like, just to kind of feed into the satire a little bit, like, oh yeah, like this could.
Throwing frag!
Yeah, it's like, okay, how do we get in? And once we're in and we actually make it that far and we shock ourselves, how do we get out? Like,
It is just meta memes. Like the whole idea of what we're doing.
the whole process, just from beginning to end. Like, I actually had so like one of my management classes, and they're just like, do not storm Area 51. They're just trolling the feds just to... or like the feds are like trying to troll them and they're just like, dude, you're only making it worse. Like...
They have so much to learn. Not expect that.
Yeah, like... Yeah, like that in itself is enough to... Which senator, or was it from like the state, the area? Is it in Nevada? Is it that senator, or is it just like the thing? I don't know if I don't think I'd try to storm Area 51. I don't think like I don't think I'd make it far. Like I think I'd be like, you know, like in the movies where like, you know, you got people running to like the front lines and they just get shot first. That'd be me. Like I am pretty sure. Yeah, like to die in a fiery blaze of glory right away just to say they did it, and then when they die, they're like, well, life's... Oh, yeah. Who's all... Remind me, who was all in that again? Ooh. Looks like another movie left to kind of explore a little bit. Man, we got a good list going now. See if I can get this locust to... Oh, yeah. Oh, man, almost. There it is. Gotta be careful because this Rumak is firing rockets out the ass.
It's too hot.
Oh, dude, yes.
It's too
Oh, yes,
hot.
please. It's got really high rated reviews right now within it's like IGN, right? Yeah, I follow the reviews a lot. Them and Jeremy Johns. If you haven't checked him out on YouTube, he's a ride. I love his video content, but yeah, IGN's calling it a masterpiece, like 10 out of 10. Like they said, it's one of the best, like generally like one of the best movies like in a long time.
Marcus,
So there's a lot of hype around it. So yeah, I'm totally in for that.
and we're headed back to the power line. Shit! Damn it, Bear! Get the hell out of here!
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be like awful. Big. Yeah, it's like everyone was just like, yeah, like there's just, yeah, just see how it pans out just for the genuine curiosity of.
Over there.
I will stand by it. If they make a direct tie, when they make it R-rated, it will be like so high grossing as a film.
We just want to hear Donkey say the drop an F-bomb, right? Like. Yeah, but why is that? Just because he... Fair. Yeah, I forget Eddie Murphy plays, Donkey. Like, I keep forgetting that. He's just such like a... I just remember him in, like, Beverly Hills Cop. Like, watching that, and, like, just him as the voice of a donkey. Oh, yeah, here's a... Sorry, real quick. That's a Crimson Omen. When we see those, we usually find a cog tag. But I think I picked it up in a previous playthrough, so I don't think it's there anymore. I don't know how many cog tags. I might have picked up all of them and just not realized it, but I feel so bad because every time I find one, I tell people who are watching, like, oh yeah, look, I found one, and then there's nothing there. I'm like, well, I must have found it already when I played through this the first time, so.
Sorry, viewers.
Yes, yes. Yes, exactly, because you never know when there's going to be one or more of you. It's really weird though because like when I play through this live, usually I get no viewers during it, but I get a ton after it. However, when I play FIFA, I usually get a few viewers like while I'm playing, but then after the stream is done when I'm playing FIFA, I get like none. It's weird. It's really weird. Like I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it, but
Shit, we've got a grub hole. Keep him away from Jack.
that came out pretty recently, right? Like 20, yeah, so like within the last like few years maybe. Did I miss?
What do I have to do?
Oh no. This is not turning out well, guys. Oh, here we go. Okay, third time's the charm. Yeah, it just stopped dead in its tracks. Like, oh, there's snipers up there. Where are they at though? Oh, there's Dom. Dom can't fuck this up anymore. So, oh, look, there's Jack.
Marcus, we got.
Oh yeah.
Shoot the legs. It's still coming! Aim for his feet!
They,
Second one, but I like the third one because there's still that atmosphere of like they have nothing to defend themselves because they're literally on a prison planet.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's, I
Just-
don't know. I like those movies.
It just adds in that dynamic that just makes it that much better. Like,
Shit, we've got a grab hold! Keep him away from Jack.
no, yeah, for sure, because then it kind of eliminates the challenge and the joy out of it. It's like, okay, if you can just kill the alien with a, a normal gun. Yes, another achievement.
Cyber!
Yeah. Yeah, because then it's kind of like, whenever I think of Alien, I always think of the contrary, which is, Predator. And I can never stop thinking about Arnold Schwarzenegger in the very first one. And like the soldiers that they're just like what in the middle of the yeah, Vietnam, yeah, that sounds, yeah, because it's during the Vietnam War, right? Like, it's just so fascinating to me, like, I don't know why. And then that's another game that actually they're starting to come out with recently is they're releasing like a Predator game where like you play as those soldiers in Vietnam and you have to kill the Predator. So it's like you have like a party of 5 people, 4 soldiers, and then one of them's the Predator, and you kind of switch off. So like that's kind of cool. It seems like it's been kind of like a common model recently too. Like I'm trying to think. There's a horror game that came out not too long ago, or like
Shit, here it
I'm
comes!
trying to think. So Freddy and Jason, right? Jason Voorhees, Dead by Daylight, and also Friday the 13th. Those are both like adopted like that kind of model, right? Like, whoa. You know what? Me neither. I think it takes out the fun and the suspense aspect of it, right? Like you're like
Almost had us that time.
Now what?
Rip that door.
yeah, the one of the things
You guys
that
make it out okay?
We're alive. Right now we'll have to back to do it too soon.
Control, this is Delta. We've repaired the power lines, but there's a Brumac here. Please advise. Over. Anya, do you read?
I've asked myself that many times.
Must be a cedar. Ugh, close.
Okay, looks like we're on our own. And we need to hustle. There, Cole. Regroup with us behind this theater.
All right, here we
Has to
go
be a
again.
back door.
Dang
Let's
it.
split up. We'll find it faster.
Okay, so my rule of thumb for all of these, like, this happens a lot where you have to choose a path. I always choose the one with the high ground. So in this case, I'm gonna go
I'll
with the
head
balcony.
upstairs. You check the main hall for a back door.
Always the high ground, yeah. That's the one thing I've noticed within Gears of War is that when they do split up the pathways, they don't include any collectibles within it. So it's kind of nice, like, and that's just, yeah, because I thought the same thing. Yeah, right, exactly. Because if they did, that'd just be, you'd have to play through this thing a lot. Right, and like that's, ooh.
Nice!
And that's kind of like the nice part about it is like Dom's actually like down there. It's like you can kind of see the path without actually playing through the path, if that makes sense. But no, I'm with you. It's like the curiosity like does kind of get the better of you.
One dead grub.
Makes it more yeah, but I say makes it more enjoyable. It adds a little bit of flavor.
Shoot down the wall.
Yeah, it's like, huh. Yeah, it's like, which one do I choose here? Because my choices have impacts. How do I yeah, like, I just want it to kind of happen. Yeah. It's like, I just want to enjoy it, like, how many? You said there's 3 Dead Space games, right? Okay. So it's like a trilogy of sorts. Like nothing's really come of it since then, besides the Japanese adaptation of. Yeah. Yeah, right. I was about to say, like, maybe if it's even remotely. No, we just witnessed the.
Check Walmart once in a while, see if they
Yeah, see if they have it.
I don't know why they had it.
Yeah, like it just randomly, like it's like they always have like that pile of like movies for like $5 or less, right? And it's like they do that in Best Buy too. And the things I find in there, I'm like,
Walmart's just such a good place to get like good horror movies.
yeah, it's weird, right?
There has to be a back door. Let's split up. We'll find it.
Yeah, like,
Pretty good deal.
I'll
Are they
head
Blu-rays or are they
upstairs.
just regular
You check
DVDs?
the main hall for a back
yeah, but
door.
still, yeah, $10. It's like you can't really beat that. Like hours of entertainment, endless entertainment. Oh, we're just gonna bum rush this guy.
That all day long. And no hammer of dawn. Shit. We gotta think of
Did they?
something else.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Because it just came out recently, didn't it? Like within the last few years or so. Oh, so like they just took like that original one and just made it into a 3D. Like they adapted it into 3D.
Yeah, like they did with the first Jurassic Park movie, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay.
Did you see that in theaters?
I did not.
Oh, you should have saw it.
Was it any good?
So good. 3D, because I mean they did it by hand. It was so 3D.
Yeah, it was like
Awesome.
it's just like it really popped out at you like in a special kind of way. And in 4K. It's kind of weird. So like,
Has to be a back door.
so we went from DVD, like, so we went from VHS in our lifetime,
I'll head
to
upstairs.
DVDs,
You check the main hall for
to
a back door.
Blu-rays, and then like kind of quickly we got to like 4K, and now I'm like obsessed with 4K. Like I love 4K. Yeah, it's the bomb. Like I watched Black Panther. I got it on. It was the first movie I bought in
Think
4K,
of something else.
and it's wild, dude. Especially if you have like a. So like the thing that sucks about it is, in order to get like the full effect, you gotta have like a pretty good like 4K and what they call an HDR TV, HDR capable TV. Which this one isn't quite HDR capable, but the one I have at home is. But you have to couple it with a system that can handle 4K movies, so like my Xbox can. Then you have the disc itself, then you have to have the 4K HDR TV. You have to have like all 3 of those in order to get like the full effect, and it's kind of a bummer because it's like that can be a really expensive endeavor. So before you know it, it's like, oh, there we go. No shit. Whoa. Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Visually appealing in every way. I always love the steelbooks and like that they come out with, just because it's like, I don't know, just something about it. It like,
Lock and load.
yes, do you have it? Oh yeah, please do. Yeah, Nick will be right back, guys. He's gonna. Yeah, I was about to say. If you watch later, and when I'm able to get video capability, you'll be able to see it eventually. I owe you guys that much, so.
Oh yeah. Oh
Let's see, guys. See if I can. There we go. Okay. Let's see. We got 3 up top here. If I'm not careful, I'm gonna get got. So we gotta be smooth. See a head poking out here, and a very small window of opportunity because Marcus likes to breathe a little bit. They're just quiet. There's a slight shake. There it is. That works. That pop never gets old. Something about Gears of War and just that specific pop.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, Gears of War is actually coming out with a game for your Apple and Android devices called Pop Gears. It's like those Funko Pop figures that you see all the time, and they have Gears of War versions of that. Now they put them into a video game, which I think is the bee's knees, man. It's so cool. I don't know if I could get it for my phone. I don't know if I'd be willing to pay for it for my phone, but I would heavily consider it. The only reason being is like I don't play games on my phone. That's just not my deal. I usually just use it for eBay reselling and social media content like Twitch. you know, for those of you, if any of you are in the chat, hit it up if you're bored. I'd love to talk to you guys, especially now that we got Nick on and stuff too. So, we'll have good times. If any of you are going to see any DC comic fans out there, like me and Nick were talking about earlier, the Joker movie, Joaquin Phoenix is playing the Joker in the Joker movie that's coming out, and it's gotten some pretty good reviews so far from critics. I get skeptical when critics say movies are good just because of the fact that if a film critic is saying something is good, it means it's not really, it could mean one of two things. It could mean, or one of three things, I'm sorry. It could be that the movie is both entertaining, which will entertain, you know, the common viewer like myself, and it will be culturally relevant to make you think a little bit, you know, it sends home a message, or it means it's... Whoa, that is wild. Dude, that's sweet. So it's got, it's Blu-ray and just the DVD, right? Oh yeah, by John Carpenter, yeah. Yeah, I was about to say. Holy shit. Yeah, I was about to say. There's just a ton of stuff on there that keep you entertained for hours, like. Dude, that's, I like the Alien Covenant cover, that looks pretty sweet. Isn't there, oh shit. Isn't there like a part in Alien where like the alien goes into the hospital and like replaces this woman's baby with like a whole bunch of tiny aliens? I remember watching it as like a kid and it was really disturbing. Like I was like, that's it. Okay, yeah. Cause like I remember watching that scene and I'm like, dude, what?
There has to be a back door. Let's split up. We'll find it fast.
It was on TV, so. Yeah, probably not. Like, I don't...
You check the main hall for a back door.
Yeah, that's what I want to know, because that was quite something. Yeah.
No hammer of dawn. Shit. You gotta think of something else.
Yeah, like, which made it even more sad. It's like, come on, like, first the aliens invade Earth, and then... Of the small children that they all cherished and loved. That's just so sad, man. Like, oof.
Cover me.
But yeah, so like, while you're gone, Nick, I was kind of mentioning, so like, Joker, it got really high reviews, right? So like, I always get skeptical of when movies get really high reviews for a few reasons. One of them being is because of the fact that when critics are professionally paid to review movies and they enjoy them, it usually means like two things. One, it usually means that the movie is like culturally relevant and mindfully stimulating, and it's really good entertainment for common viewers like you and I, or it's just really culturally mindful and it's like mentally stimulating, but for the common viewer it's just not good, or the opposite of both, where it's just bad and it's not even culturally relevant. But it's really unlikely if a film critic is rating it that high that it's the latter. But the two former ones, I kind of get skeptical, like, because like whenever I hear reviewers are like, oh, it's the best movie ever, it's like I go in and I'm like, really? Like they thought this was good? Like I'll give you an example. The movie Sorry to Bother You. Have you heard of it? It's on. Yeah, it was on Hulu for a while. It was. IGN reviewed it as one of the best movies of the year. It got like a 9.8. And I saw it, dude, and it was one of those former two options. So it was really culturally like stimulating, and it made me think. But in terms of like the plot of the movie, it was ridiculous. Like I'll give you like a if you don't, unless you don't want me to spoil it, I won't. Okay, so spoiler alert, guys. If you haven't seen the movie Sorry to Bother You, don't listen to like the next like, or like cover your ears or earmuffs or turn off audio for like the next few minutes here. But so in Sorry to Bother You, it's about this guy named Cassius Green, and he's kind of a bum. You know, he's like moving around from job to job, and he just needs work. So what he does is he becomes essentially a telemarketer for a company, and it turns out he's really, really good at it. And so he just keeps getting really, really good at it. Well, then the higher-ups start to notice. And so they start recruiting him. But what he doesn't know is that those higher-ups work for a company that essentially recruits a ton of people who don't have jobs. Basically into slave labor. They like give you 3 hots and a cot type thing. And he's finding out more information, but by the time he finds out, it's too late. He finds out that this same company gives these workers that they're hiring like this substance. It almost looks like cocaine, but when they snort it, it turns them into horses, human horses, like work horses, so that they can perform a ton of work at once without breaks. And he turns into a horse. Yeah, like right, yeah. It's like they just get like really like they become horses, and it's just so odd. And like it when I say it out loud, it sounds incredibly ridiculous, and it's just like, oh my, it's like I spent like 2 hours watching it, but then I'm like, okay, it makes you think a little bit, so I'll give the reviewers that. But for the common person, they would hate it. Like if my mom watched it, oh dude, she would be like, why did I spend my time
I'll take those.
watching this? Like it's just weird. Like for sure. Really? The whole yeah, I was about to say, he was just the synopsis was just wrong. It was just incorrect.
Move that wall over.
Oh, Dom's got it. Yeah, no, it's like, and
Down in front.
yeah, like right, yeah, but they're still aliens, like.
It's one alien. You're only promised one.
And yeah, at least one.
Come, let's go.
So if anything, you got more bang for your buck than you thought. Yeah. Was it pretty good?
It was great.
See, like, I heard it wasn't good, but I have yet to see it. Ooh, cutscene.
Get over here! It's right there!
Like, you're just kind of like a side
Man,
a side
that
character.
thing has chased us everywhere. Okay, what now, boss?
Control, this is Delta. Do you read? Shit, still out. Okay, the only way we can catch that train is with Anya's help. So re-establishing comlink is our top priority. Let's find
I've been asking myself that same question for years. In Gears 5, he wears it too, as an old man. It's quite entertaining. Yes. Yes, the whole thing just ends with Marcus's dome just removing his trousers from his head. There's actually there's a version of him in. Yeah, it's just no fun. It's kind of weird because like in Gears of War 3, at the very end he finally takes off like all his armor because you know I'm not gonna spoil why, because if we play through it I don't want to give it away, but there is actually, yeah, you're actually right. There's a beach scene. That's all I'll say about it. No, but he removes all his armor and his trousers from his head, and you can see what he looks like with, and his fire hydrant arms and all, man. So and then it's like a DLC character too in the competitive gameplay. So it's kind of interesting, but. Do you ever like play really close to your TV? You start to get dizzy after a while. I'm starting to get a little dizzy. I feel that. I forget. Yeah, that's right. Oh, wait a minute. They're all up here. So what's down there? Oh, nothing. Wow, that's. We've been blue-balled, guys. We've been absolutely blue-balled. Let's see here. I thought there was gonna be a cog tag for sure. I thought we were gonna get our first glimpse. I haven't. Maybe Maybe we'll end the stream with that. Maybe I'll end the stream with trying to figure out how many that I've actually... Whoa. How many I've actually gotten, because now, like, I'm curious. Like, I think I might be missing, like, 5. But I should check, like... Say right, yeah, we'll conclude the stream with that. Yeah, like we'll end it with that. So like maybe in like a few minutes we'll check it out and see. Do you know what time it is, Nick? Is it? Oh, my phone's right here. Oh, it's 10:45 already. Wow. New offer for. So I bought these boots at Ross, right? And I paid $65 for them. And I think I have them listed at like 110. Someone just offered me like 70, and I'm like, I can't do that because I'm gonna make like no money. It just wouldn't be worth it. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I feel that sometimes it's like, it can be pretty time consuming. Yeah, you missed the first time around. Actually, you know what I might do? I might hide in here. Well, yeah, it didn't work. Once more of a feeling, shall we? Oh, so how many days a week do you have class? With the exception of which day do you not? Oh yes, lucky. That's the one thing, I have never had a semester where I haven't had a Friday class. Like I've gotten only like one Friday class at 7:45, but I've never gone like a whole semester without. Oh yeah, totally. For 48. Really? Was it 48?
I can't see it.
Oh, you're asking me. Oh, no, I have no idea what the record is. I could ask, but
Hit a target.
for English. Yeah, well, yeah, it's there's the majors where you have to get out the most books I found are political science, history, and also English. English education, really. Which is kind of interesting, right? Like they just have to read so many stories and just do so many things. I'm really happy my English class only had my English class alone, it's like fairy tales, and I have 3 books, but they're all really tiny. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, all right, well, I can't be too mad, but I'm still a little disappointed, right? Like, let's see.
Who's next?
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense. At least it's applicable, right? I mean, you get to keep it. Yeah, well, I'd say cameras these days kind of run pretty steep from what I've been hearing. Yeah, just something to kind of hold it over. iPhone doesn't suffice as a... Is it just something that Western's just kind of making you take, or? Oh, I see. I guess it kind of fits, right? Like to some degree.
Hit a target.
Maybe not. Ooh, blue knock. Come on, just poke your head out just once for me.
Can't get a
Just
target.
once for me, come on.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there we go. Strike point. Love. Play who? What's XCOM? You know, now that you mention it, it sounds familiar. Okay. So anymore? Yeah, anybody? Yeah, I must say like you kind of catch all the touch points, and I'll say there's a few there's a few strategy games where like I've never tried any of them, but like I'm curious. Ooh. I'm like curious to see like how they turn out. Like Halo Wars,
Thanks, man.
like another deep strategy game that I've never tried, but I've always just been kind of curious about. Especially as a middle schooler when I couldn't buy rated M games because, you know, it's too little. And like I was like, yeah, it's a Halo game that's rated T, and then I'm like, oh wait, there's actually none of the Halo that I am looking for. It's just, you know, commanding soldiers to do things, and it's just like, ugh.
You're blocking my shots.
Oh, Baird. Poor son of a bitch.
Who's next?
Oh, there we go. See, he self-regenerates too. That's what a nice perk. I wish we could do that. That'd be cool, right? Hey, yeah, maybe I can, and I just... It's like, have you ever seen a superhero movie? The Drake Bell? Yeah, dude. Wild, right? Like, ooh, no, not exempt to main menu.
God, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
This is gasoline.
Yeah, that's a whole gallon of gasoline on him and just getting torched. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever seen Hereditary? The psycho thriller. Oh, dude. How was that? Yeah, but say it looks good. Jordan Peele came out with another banger, man. Okay. I was gonna say I guess I'll have to watch it sometime soon. But Hereditary, man, that's another really, that one messed up with my head for about a month. Like I was terrified. I couldn't, like, it's not that I couldn't sleep, but every time I tried to go to sleep, I would just see, you know, this figure in my mind, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go back to bed now. I gotta wake up now, cause oh no, big, my turn. Dang it, the melee never works in my favor. It's like, if I had to describe it, it's like a deity and, you know, devil worshipping. If that makes sense. Like cultish, right? Yeah, kind of like the witch. Yeah, if I had to describe it, yeah, kind of like the witch. It's a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more psychologically stimulating, just because of the fact that like you watch this family unfold throughout the movie as like things happen to them and they can't cope with it and they start tearing each other down. It's weird. Like it's twisted, man. That is for yes. Bing. But yeah, it's definitely not for the faint of mind or heart or otherwise. Yeah, let's say I'm sure you'd be fine to be able to muscle through that, no problem. Maybe I can stream it from my Fire Stick sometime. Maybe I can stream it to Twitch. I don't know if I'd get in trouble for that kind of thing, streaming it to Twitch, but I guess there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, and no freaking hammer.
Yeah, let's say no one's watching us as it is anyway. Maybe on YouTube if you guys see me, let me know. Say hi, you know. We'll have Nick come back on again. We'll have more fun, so. Which tanks? Oh yeah. Oh, whoops. The one nice thing about Twitch is like it takes like this broadcast and it saves it for like 2 weeks, and then like I can like download it. Where's the tank? And then like I can put it to YouTube and save it forever, and then I can like upload it back and whatnot. Let's see.
Try blowing that truck.
What? Do you see this, Nick? Do you see a gas tank under the truck? I'm really having trouble here. See if I can. Let's do this. Oh, there it is. Good call, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like trying to jam transmitters and stuff, so it just stays put. Because if it moves too much, it'll.
Delta, come in on you.
Marcus, is that you?
Power line repairs complete. What's the status on that train?
Not good. The Locusts are on board. They're throwing our guards onto the tracks. And according to grid power levels, your bridge is still inoperable.
Options?
You're close to Timgad Central Energy. If power can be restored, that will be the place to do it.
Roger that. We're headed there now. Delta out. Let's move.
Alright. Can I jump
Incoming
up?
frag!
Oh, there you go. That's how you fix that problem. Oh, stupid.
Lock and load.
Yeah, so many in this game. I kind of enjoy it. It's just so funny because like literally this entire act that we're going through right now is just all They just added it to the remastered version when they when they recreated it. So it was just kind of like, oh man, like when I was playing through this for the first time, I'm like, I don't remember this at all. And I'm like, I did research. I'm like, oh, they added this in. I'm like, okay, that's what I thought, because
I can't see it.
no, it was like new. Like when they made like the Ultimate Edition, they're like, we're just gonna add in this extra act between when you leave. So the main character between when you leave his house and oh yeah, come at me. And when you get on this train, so like after we get through this act, we end up boarding a train to deploy a missile to hit where the Locusts live underground and destroy their home and, you know, win the war and yay. And then multiple games ensue after that and the war actually isn't over. So, spoiler alert, I guess. I don't know if I'd call that spoiler alert. You guys had to know it was coming, you know. There's Gears of War 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth is coming out Friday, so stay tuned for that. They have like a limited edition like console for that, like the Xbox One X version, and I want to get it, but the only problem is it's like $500. It's a ton of. I mean, you get like a good value out of it. You get Gears 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the Ultimate Edition. You get a terabyte, I believe, of space. You get Gears 5 in like the Deluxe Edition. Get a limited edition. Yep. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Like I was such a big fan of it. I'm like, oh, I want this. So like, what I'd do is I'd sell this one probably for like 200, put it toward the upgraded version, and then move on. But I like it so much. It's hard to let it go. Let's see how far we can get before dying again. Oh yeah. Bang. 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 Dead. Yeah, oh, in the words of Kylo Ren in episode, what is it, 8? Yes, I am. It's just my favorite part of the whole movie, because like, you know, it's just Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver just talking to each other in intense dialogue, or Kylo Ren and Rey, and then she goes, "You're a monster," and he's like, "Yes, I am." He just owns it, and it's just, you know, I can only get so excited. It's just so entertaining. Just for some reason, that guy just really good at it. Do you like the new Star Wars movies? Oh, you haven't seen? Have you seen like Episode 7 or anything like that? Really, they're not too bad. In fact, I heavily enjoy them. I'd go as far as to. Oh yeah, the ones with Chris Pratt. I hear that, like with Chris Pratt and I believe Bryce Dallas Howard, I believe is in it. Yeah, something like that. What I find really interesting is like Chris Pratt. His career, if you Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum, dude. That's dude. He looks pretty good for being in his 70s. Like, you know, there's some actors that just age really well, and there's some that don't. Like Gary Busey, from what I've heard and seen, hasn't really aged quite as well. But Jeff Goldblum, dude's like 76, and he still looks like he's 50. Like, it's kind of astounding.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like they're keeping it fresh.
Oh yeah.
Right. Uh-huh. So like
Same thing. And then the world is like, okay, the dinosaurs this time. But then they just start getting, okay, that's good. But not only is it new, exciting, but it's also like,
yeah, it's like it like pays homage without being too familiar. It like adds in some spins and themes and ideas, yeah, like, which is important because, you know, a lot of people. Right. The most recent one that I've come out with the sequel to that, or yeah, let's say with the cliffhanger ending, I hope so too. World, yeah. Literally the entire world.
Oh yeah.
All about the dinosaurs getting up to the world, like taking over almost.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like it's not wearing itself out, but oh boy. Yeah, so they're kind of like limited in some ways, which makes it interesting for the sequel because it's like, how do they adjust? How did the writers come out of this pitfall, basically?
Got him.
Yeah, I say it'll be cool. Like whatever they come up with, man, it's always interesting to see how they, especially in TV series, like how they twist and turn certain things to the point where audiences have no idea what's coming, and they still get surprised. It's astounding. I'm like, I wish I could be a writer. That'd be cool.
Just don't die.
Try again. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wish. That would be really cool. I enjoy writing. I don't know if, in the grand scheme of things, if I'd necessarily be, like, great at it. I guess there's only one way to find out. I was writing the, what do you call it? Remember when I did, Hump? And I wrote the newsletters for that? That was fun. I enjoyed doing that. But, yeah, that's right. I forgot that you would, because you were writing a story at one point, right? Like, or a book, even. That's right. How did it ever continue, or did you finish it, or? Perfect. I feel that's like some projects, like after a while they kind of lose flavor, and it's like it's almost like better to like leave it alone and then revisit it back again when the time feels right. That one turned out pretty good. Let's see actually how many cocktails I have. Yeah, let's say at least you got some things cooking in the brain a little bit, and oh, here we go, cog tags. This has been bugging me. Okay, so all 33 to unlock. Okay, so we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 4. I wonder. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, so they like literally made comics about, yeah, the whole war and everything. That's kind of cool. Weird. So I don't know what act these are coming from, because there's 6 acts. I've gotten them from 1, 2, 3. It doesn't really tell you, does it? Yeah, there is. I saw one earlier. So maybe I just gotta open. Then again, I guess to be fair, I technically haven't finished this game all the way through. Like, I got to like the very last act, but I just decided to start streaming it, so I start all over again. So like, I might still be missing some from like the very last act of the game where we fight the general. So might find some there later on. Yeah. Yeah, right. Because you know we've gotten some. I mean, here's what 24 of them. Yeah, out of 24 plus 9, 33, right? Yeah, all oh yeah, duh, it tells us all 33. Yeah, so I'd assume toward the end of the game, so we got to be getting close to the last 4. So it'll be interesting. So we can actually pick it up there when we do this again next time. So I think I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I think we'll pick this up again tomorrow night sometime. Nick, man, feel free to stop on by again, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, dude. All right, guys, have a good one. This is a Bankrupt Hippo signing off. Say bye to the people, Nick. Bye, guys. Take care. Have a good day. We'll see you next time. If you're on...
Remember to go to church.
Right, yeah, and if you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see, or if you don't like what you see, feel free to comment below. I'm always looking to improve the stream a little bit more. Or if you're on Twitch, hit me up with those at Whisper, hit up the chat, or follow me as well. I'll follow you back too. We'll have some good conversation. It'll be fun. So, thanks guys. Take care.